Example 7 wants us to find the focus, directrix, and focal diameter of x squared plus 6y equals 0. Sketch the graph and use a graphing calculator to check your graph. So I have x squared plus 6y equals 0. I'm going to subtract 6y on both sides. If we do that, we get x squared is equal to negative 6y. And the general form of this is x squared equals 4py. So what we can do is we can take our coefficient of y, which is negative 6, and set that equal to 4p so that we can solve for p. If I divide both sides by 4, I get p equals negative 6 divided by 4, and that can be reduced to negative 3 over 2. So because this is in the form x squared equals 4py, it's either going to face upwards or downwards, and because our p-value is negative, that tells us that it's going to face downwards. I know that my parabola is going to go through the origin, and I'm going to change the scale on this. So the focus is located at 0, p, which is going to be right here. Our focus is 0, p. Notice that negative 3 over 2 is the same thing as negative 1.5. We can also figure out the focal diameter, which is equal to the absolute value of 4 times p. And that's equal to the absolute value of negative 6, and that is equal to 6. So each 2 tick marks represents 1 unit, and so I want to go over 3 units here, and then 3 units in the other direction as well. So 1, 2, 3. And now I can go ahead and connect my parabola, and it's going to look something like that. So I've located the focus, I have identified the focal diameter, I've sketched the graph. The only other thing is we need the directrix. And that is given by the equation y equals negative p, which is going to be positive 3/2. So that is our directrix, and that's going to be right here at y equals 3 over 2. So we can check off directrix, and that concludes example 7. Example 8 says, find the focus, directrix, and focal diameter of y squared equals 3x. Sketch the graph and use a graphing calculator to check your graph. Okay, so y squared is equal to 4px, so we know that we can take our 3 and set it equal to 4p so that we can solve for our p-value. If I divide both sides by 4, we end up getting that p is equal to 3/4. So because it's in the form y squared equals 4px, we know that it's either going to open to the left direction or the right direction. And since p is positive, we know that it opens to the right. So our focus is going to be located at 3 over 4, 0. We know that the directrix is going to be the line x equals negative 3 over 4. And then the focal diameter is equal to the absolute value of 4 times p. Which is equal to 3. Okay, so I want to scale this so that each 4 tick marks represents 1 unit. And we know that the focus is located at 3/4, 0. Our directrix is the vertical line x equals -3/4. The vertex is at the origin, and we know that the focal diameter is 3, so we want to start here at the focus, and we want to go, we know that half of 3 is 1.5, so I want to go up 1.5 units and down 1.5 units, and that will allow me to connect my parabola now. Okay, so we have identified the focus, the directrix, the focal diameter, and we've also sketched the graph. So that completes example 8 for us.